Hello, this is John Ashworth, otherwise known as the Fitness Nomad. Today on Channel 15 with Lee Mills, NBC 15 with Lee Mills here in Madison, Wisconsin, I'm going to be talking about the Fitbit. This is a unique device that actually uses technology from the Nintendo Wii. So very similar to a pedometer. You wear it on your belt, clip it on your belt or the elastic on your shorts or your pants or whatever, and this little device right here will track not just your steps and how many miles you've walked, but your total activity, and it'll even track how well you're sleeping at night. In addition to that, if you log the time you go to bed and the time you wake up in the morning. So I'm a little strapped for time this week, so I'm doing this little video demonstration instead of a written article. I may, if I have time, still produce a written article around this, but I thought it more effective to show you what this does. The cool thing about this device is that once you put it on and once you hook the syncing unit up with your computer, I'm going to scroll back down here again and show you what that looks like again. So you've got the actual device that you wear is wireless, and then this device here hooks directly to your computer, and you don't ever have to put it on there unless you want to charge, or until you want to charge the device. But if you walk within 15 feet of your computer where this is hooked up, it will pull the data off and it will store up to a week's worth of data. So it's a really cool little device. It's just another awareness tool, accountability, extra accountability for how active were you really. So just to give you an idea of the kind of data that you will get, you're able to log your food, and of course you can log your activity level, track your weight. You can do all kinds of cool stuff in here. You have to ignore the last few days I have not been wearing it. I wore it mostly over the weekend, last weekend. So we're going to scroll back to those days, and just to give you an idea of the kind of data that you get. I think I started wearing it last Thursday. So last Thursday, July 29th, this is the coolest part about this, in my opinion, as a fitness trainer. The fact that it gives you on a daily basis the total number of calories that you've burned today. So that if you're really trying to hone in on weight loss and transforming your body, you know day to day exactly how many calories you're consuming. And that's the biggest mistake people make, is they go off given formulas. They're trying to make estimations of how many calories they're burning. This gives you exactly what you burned. This, just so you know, is not accurate. I logged, I think, my breakfast for that day. So that's what you see there. But as you can see, it gives you this nice little graph throughout the day of your activity level and calories burned for each hour. It tells me on this particular day I took 10,500 steps, I traveled 4.5 miles, and I received an active score of 938. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar enough with the device to know if that's even a good score or not. So then you come down here, breaks it into a pie graph. This is another really cool feature. Really gives you an idea of how sedentary we are all. And anyway, so I'm sedentary, 16 hours and 34 minutes. Lightly active for 4 hours, fairly active for 3 hours, and on this particular day, very active for only 5 minutes. I really, really like this graph because, of course, you can challenge yourself and try to get these lightly, fairly, and very active parts of the pie bigger on any given day, which you will see in the next day or two as I compare data. As I said, if you log your sleep, the time you went to bed and the time you wake up, you wear that device on your wrist, and it measures how much that device is moving around at night while you rest, and it gives you a general idea then of how well you are sleeping. So just to compare scores here, if I go to Friday, July 30th, I burned some extra calories here. I'm up to 3,412. Took about 5,500 more steps, went more miles, got much higher active score, and now I'm very active for about 28 minutes, and these parts of the pie are bigger. Boot camp Friday night helped that. And then if we just quickly scroll to Saturday, took a big hike with the kids out at Governor Nelson State Park, and I do believe, and this is one of the disadvantages of this, is if the device comes off or you take it off and you forget to put it back on, it's not going to give you an accurate reading. Now, that could be it, or maybe we went on our hike on Sunday, so we'll just see. So this is Saturday's score, quite a bit lower. And then Sunday's score, here it is. This is the big hike. Burn more calories on that day, way more steps taken, almost 7 miles traveled that day, much higher active score, very active for 48 minutes. So just a lot of cool feedback on a day-to-day basis. Now over here in the right-hand column, you've got your profile, you've got your stats, so you can track, of course, your weight. And I wrote them a note saying we really need to get body fat into this right-hand column. It's a much more accurate way to track your overall body composition. But it gives you your best stats of all time. You can look at what you did for the last 30 days or over the last 7 days. You can rank among members who use Fitbit, so you can kind of challenge yourself to rise to the top of the Fitbit group. You can also form your own friend groups on Fitbit. So this is a really great tool for a corporation or a group of people who want to hold each other accountable. You could all be comparing scores, creating your own groups, etc. So hope you found this useful. I'll be on NBC 15 with Lee Mills Friday at 5:15 talking about this in more detail. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Send email to John, John, at thefitnessnomad.com. And I do still have a couple of spots, Kickstart spots, left in my Kickstart program in August. Go to nomadkickstart.com for more details on that. Take care, everybody.